All right. Hey, Dina, can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for some people to come on. I think we have
Okay.
about five showing up. Vanessa just showed
Okay.
up. Um, hey, Vanessa, can you hear me
Oh,
okay?
yeah, I can hear you. Hey, how are you?
So everybody, if you're watching this on Facebook, then do me a favor. What this is, what you are watching, if you're watching this on Facebook, this is our SUF Strong Life coaching call, Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST. If you want to join in, then message me and I'll tell you how you can be part of it. But let's get started right away. I had five people saying they wanted to join, but I'll wait for them to come on. The way this works is that when you register for this, you can ask a question and then I'll answer it on this call. And I know, Dina, you had a question about best at-home body workouts if you had to choose one. Is that?
Yeah, as you know, my son got COVID last week and now I have it. So I haven't been able to come into the gym. I have some equipment at home, like some kettlebells and a few weights and stuff. So I was wondering what your best go-to at-home workout would be.
Yeah, can you go outside? Or are you sick?
Oh, I just outside.
Okay. Zoom is a little spotty. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I said I feel fine. I just I go outside.
Zoom is not cooperating. Do you happen to be driving right now?
I am.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna answer somebody else's question first, and then we'll get back to you. It's like maybe when you leave the Grand Canyon and come back to LA, you'll have reception again. Real quick, let me see. All right, Claudia, can you hear me okay? Yeah. All right, so I think Claudia, and here's Nicole coming on as well. You had a question too, right? Let me look it up real quick. Give me 1 second. Fine. All right, so yeah, Claudia, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so your question is how often to change calories per day? What do you mean by that exactly?
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to type as my son was like interrupting. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
So you talked about decreasing the caloric intake per week. So I started at I think 1700 or 1750, and then I thought that I was gonna go up in calories the following week, but instead I went down. So I just wanted to know the pattern of how it goes. Is it from going, staying at a 200 or 300 low? You explained this in the video, and in the video it said I would be going up in calories the second week and going down back on the third. So I don't know if you can explain that. In the second week, I went down instead of up.
So, and this is for everybody watching, even on the Facebook group. Here's how you lose weight. Most women burn about, on average, about 2,000 calories a day. That's with your activity level included. So that's with your cardio, with your weightlifting, with everything you do. It's about 2,000 calories. If you're very heavy or you're very tall, that's more, but usually it's about 2,000. Guys, it's about 2,500. If you have a lot of muscle, if you're very heavy, you're very tall, it's about maybe 27, 28, but 2,000 and 2,500. Now, if you want to lose weight, you want to eat less than that. So I'm just going to explain this really simple so everybody understands. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if you want to lose 1 pound of fat per week, then if you cut 500 calories from how many calories you're burning, then you'll lose 1 pound of fat per week, because 7 times 500 is 3,500 calories. Anyway, you don't really have to remember all that. Basically, what you need to do is find out what calorie level you are losing weight on. And it's really that simple. With that said, you always want to start as high as possible. If you start too low, that's what a lot of trainers will have you do, a lot of gyms will have you do, a lot of programs will have you do, because you'll lose a lot of weight right away, but then you always crash. Because if you cut more than 500, your body shuts off its non-essential functions, meaning like your mood, your hair, your skin, your all these little things that don't necessarily keep you alive. That's why if you see people that are famined or like have been starving or they don't take care of themselves, they don't eat the right foods, they always look 20 years older than those who do eat the right foods. Because the people that do eat the right foods, they're eating enough fuel, they're eating enough nutrients, and they look amazing because their body is on full operation mode. But, and I hope nobody works in the makeup industry that's watching, you know what, I don't really care. The makeup industry, it makes millions, billions off of people not eating the right foods. Because if you literally just eat carrots every day, you eat bell peppers every day. I'm about to eat this right here. This is yams, bison, and spinach. Surprisingly, I'm eating bison again. If you eat stuff like that every single day, your body will never shut down its non-essential functions, and you will stay healthy. So this is a long-winded answer to your question, but what you need to do is find how many calories that works for you, where you're losing weight, but you're also keeping your energy levels high. You're able to function throughout the day, and you're not, losing your hair, going crazy, having mood swings, and just hating life, all that. So, to answer your question, ideally you want to eat the same amount of calories every day, every week. However, if you do that for 4, 6, 8 weeks in a row, then what happens is your body gets used to it, because your body loves to just adjust to what you're doing. And then your body will sink to your 1,600 calories or whatever it is. And that's why every 4 weeks we have this diet break where we go back to maintenance level calories. And it slows down the weight loss a little bit, but it makes it more sustainable. So I know that your question was how often to change it. In my program and in the program that you're in, yeah, we change it here and there. But honestly, like sometimes I'll just tell people like, hey, just stay on the same calories. Don't change the winning formula. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Does that help? Is that clear or no?
No, yeah, it's clear. As I told you last week, I went down to 1550 and I was suffering, but I think it's because I'm running around and sometimes I don't eat when I want to eat. So it's that. It's more, I think it was more like the scheduling of my meals per day that were spread out too far apart. And I think that's why I was suffering, not so much because of the how many calories was per day, because looking at the meals, I was fine eating those. But I think it was just not having a set time to eat. And I guess, yeah, no, but it makes sense. And I think, yeah, I listened to my body of, okay, I'm hungry. I have, almonds, I have the beef, jerky, whatever.
Yeah.
I have that. So yes, I think I'm doing that. But yeah, this last week I got more like the cravings, and it makes, yeah. And again, it's when I hadn't eaten and, I needed to eat food that I didn't have, access to. So I just waited to get home and have my meal. But I think it's that it wasn't because it was too, few or less calories than I could take.
No, you bring up a very good point. Like one of the girls that is in my program, she's a UPS driver, and she gets like 30,000 steps a day or something like that. So obviously her calories are a little bit higher. So for you, it all depends. Sometimes people come in and they sign up with me. They say, oh, I don't really do that much. And then we start tracking the steps and they get like 20,000 steps a day. So you always find out just by trying. Like nobody knows nobody has X-ray vision where you meet them and they're like, oh yeah, you should be at 1700. Oh yeah, you just want to try a level of calories and then find what works for you. It works for, that's how I do it too. If I want to cut or whatever, I have like a photo shoot coming up or whatever, then I'll start cutting calories, but sometimes I'll cut a little bit too much and just my workouts suffer. So you got to auto regulate. That's what it's called. See how you feel, make changes based on that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a great question. Thank you. Dina, are you back in California?
Yeah, I'm out of the room. I'm parked now. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, this is a lot better.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my question is just, you know, your go-to, like, easiest, maybe, I guess, at home workouts that you can do with minimal weights that you think get the best results.
Yeah, this is also another answer for everybody watching on the Facebook group. If you're going to work out at home, the very first thing you need is a pull-up bar. Do you have a pull-up bar, Dina?
No.
Okay, well, that would be the very first thing you need. You can literally get one that you door mount. They're like, you can get them for $40, but I've seen too many YouTube videos where people fall on the butt. So you get what you pay for. So definitely a pull-up bar, furniture movers / sliders. And really, like, that's the bare minimum. Once you start getting into weights and you know you're going to be working out from home a lot, then I would get adjustable dumbbells, because otherwise you're going to need a whole dumbbell rack. But that's where I would start. However, for you, this is temporary, right?
Right.
So honestly, if I were in your shoes, I would find a hill and just do hill sprints 3 times this week.
Okay.
Take some time off from the weightlifting. If I were to do body weight exercises, I would do the basics. Push-ups, you don't have a pull-up bar, so push-ups and some squats, some Cossack squats. But what I love about hill sprints is that they're so anabolic. Anabolic meaning that when you're anabolic means you're building muscle and burning fat, basically. It's just the best cardio you can do. And now you have a whole week where you're not going to be sore because you're not lifting weight. You have a bunch of time. Go do those hill sprints. Make that a habit, because hill sprints always suck. Nobody ever does them. And now you can make that a habit. So that's what I would do, is 1. 2 is I would just go high volume push-ups and squats on the ground. You have no equipment, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few kettlebells and some dumbbells, but not anything, not really.
Yeah. So, I'm just trying to think like devil's advocate. Somebody watching this video is going to say, well, what about those guys on YouTube? The guys that do all body weight training. The hardest the real way to get gains from the body weight training is to do the gymnastic action. So you hang, you do pull-ups, you do leg raises, stuff like that. Just you in the ground. A lot of those workout videos you see of the fitness models doing push-ups on chairs and all that stuff, they usually did not get those bodies by doing body weight workouts. That's just how it is. So, but yeah, it's just 1 week, right, for you?
Yeah, I hope to be back. By the end of the week.
Yeah, COVID is going around again. It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Does that answer your question? Is that
Yeah, that's perfect.
Where do you live?
I'm in Downey right now, so there's no hills, but Whittier's not that far.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want the ultimate hills, Signal Hill in Long Beach, or Ralph B. Clark Park in La Mirada. They have those stairs.
Oh,
but any hill works. As long as it's not a freeway on-ramp, you're good.
Okay, good to know. Thanks.
Yeah, good to know. Let's see. Oh yeah, Vanessa, you had a question as well, right? Let me unmute. Sorry, did I unmute you?
Okay, can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, so your question is social life eating. What can you mix into your current meal plan? So can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I'm abstaining from going out or doing anything that's going to tempt me to eat something I'm not supposed to or drink, right? There's a gathering that I cannot avoid. What should I stay away from? Or what is safe to eat?
So there's a
Or should I just
gathering.
take my Tupperware to the wedding?
Okay, so there's a gathering that you cannot avoid, and it's a wedding.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
When is it?
It's this weekend.
This
And it's
weekend?
my
All
week,
right.
it's my second week going, or the second week on my meal plan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Is it like is it the
It's a
people that
quinceañera. So
the
I mean, there's
people,
gonna be cake and all that,
wait, is it quinceanera?
Peruvian food. It's a quinceañera.
I thought you said it was a wedding.
No, quinceañera. Sorry, not a wedding, quinceañera.
Oh, is the people getting the quinceanera, are they like gorditas, or is it like do they actually care about their health? With all due respect.
I don't know. They're Peruvian, so there's the
Oh,
food
okay.
that
I don't
covers
know.
it.
I cannot say anything about that because I don't want to get canceled. So here's what I would do. What city is it in?
Artesia.
Artesia. That doesn't really matter, actually. As soon as I asked that question, I was like, it doesn't really
Yes.
matter. So I would just eat huge right before you go, and then be social enough that you don't look rude by saying no to all the foods, but always prepare for the worst. And again, this is another answer for everybody watching this video. If you get invited to a big party and you know there's going to be a lot of people, the more people that are attending the event, the less likely it is that they're going to have grass-fed beef. So the more people that are attending, the more likely it's going to be Costco action at the most. So you can't really expect, unless you're going to like some real high-end event, that they're going to have all the greatest foods. So that day, this is a Saturday or something?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. I would, what time does it start?
2 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m. Oh, okay. What time does it end, do you know? Or is it all night?
I just have no idea.
Okay, let's say it goes 2 p.m. All right, because what I was going to say is just don't eat all morning. Have one of these, like a real nutrient-dense meal, 1,000 calories or something like that, 700, 1,000 calories. So you know you get your nutrients in. And here's the biggest thing, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you and everybody else watching: when you know you're going to go to a place where it's not going to be all legit, and you're going to be joining a bunch of people who are not on the same journey as you, make sure you eat a ton of protein before you arrive at that event, because odds are they're not going to have protein. It's going to be all sugars, or the protein is going to be just carnitas and just bad quality, low protein action. So also the protein is going to kill your cravings. 1, 2, you're going to make sure you actually get your protein in for the day. And 3, well, really, that's it. So that's what I would do. It's hard to say if you don't know what's going to be served at the quinceanera, but whenever you're at an event like that, even if you are served food and you want to be social, still choose whatever protein you can find. So choose the meats, you don't know what they're going to have, right?
I have no idea. No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I feel like I would just eat like Jesus before you go, and then just kind of so you can relax when you go. Just when you go to a party,
Okay.
you can just kind of relax. So personally, I rarely, like, when I go somewhere,
Okay.
it's really, yeah. Anyway, Claudia is saying, so no to ceviche. Claudia is also going to a party on Saturday. Ceviche is actually really good. So ceviche is actually super clean, usually, right? I mean, yeah, ceviche with, the only thing I would watch out for is, do you eat ceviche with shrimp?
It's with fish and two separate kinds, fish and shrimp.
Shrimp you want to watch out for. It kind of raises your cholesterol a lot, but you know, not a big deal. I mean, you're not gonna get.
It's a family gathering, so it's kind of like we all bring food. So I'm always the one that takes healthy food to the table. It's
Yeah.
you know, yeah. So
Yeah, just remember, I mean, everybody watching this video, it's all calories in, calories out. So even for like Vanessa, if you go into that quinceanera and you know it's going to be a big party, like, and you know you have to hit, let's say 1,500 calories, I would probably hit, you know, 700, 800 calories before you go. And then you know you can hit 700, 800 calories of just dirty food. But knowing that there's not going to be a lot of protein there. So eat most of your proteins before going in, have a protein shake before you go, cottage cheese, meats, whatever. And then you don't be, I've done it before where I like in my teenager years, I literally, and I don't care, but I literally brought like a bag of chicken with me to like a nightclub. And that's how much I thought that you had to be serious and perfect. And that's why I'm so focused on just making it a lifestyle now. And I want everybody to just enjoy their life, because all that matters in the end, which is what's really working for me right now, is just focusing on your calories and making sure you get enough protein in. So it really doesn't matter too much of what you eat. But if you focus on getting enough protein in, then by default, you're always going to somewhat eat healthy, because protein is always the hardest thing to get in. It's always the most expensive. It requires the most chewing. And it's like, if you go to a restaurant, I have another online client, he's going to Mexico and going to all these restaurants. I told him, look, and in America too, restaurants always skimp out on the protein. Restaurants feed you massive amounts of carbs, because carbs, they are cheap and they taste good and they make you come back. Ooh, that was great. Carbs are sugars, can be sugars. Protein is expensive. So that's what your priority should be, focusing on protein. With that said, somebody messaged me, and Elizabeth, say that she didn't get any info on the Zoom call. I'm not sure what happened, but she has questions on the meal plan. Main one being, and I know some of you asked me this as well, do I really need to eat 6 eggs? I cannot eat 6 eggs. Now, if I had like 10 cents for every time I got that question, I could probably buy sweet potatoes. So eat 6, on the meal plan, it says 6 eggs. And that's in a perfect world, but no. Remember, again, everybody watching this video, if you get a meal plan from your trainer, if you get a meal plan, and you start following something, you decide to make a lifestyle change, then you're in it for life. And if there's a food that you just cannot stomach, how do you think you're gonna keep that up for the rest of your life? So if your meal plan says 6 eggs, I think it's like 4 egg whites and 2 whole eggs, and you just can't get it down, whatever, make a protein shake. Get some scoop of protein powder, put it in some real milk, raw milk or water, or whatever. Make an acai bowl, use one of the recipes that's on the meal plan. Man, whatever. As long as you get your calories and your protein, doesn't matter. It's not like eggs is the end all be all. Eggs is the best source of protein there is. But, you know, if your meal plan says 6 ounces of salmon and kale and jasmine rice, then you can also eat 6 ounces of bison and yams and spinach. It really doesn't matter. So it's all about calories in, calories out. Make it fit your lifestyle. And I'll end this video on this right here before I check Facebook. I recommend only 1 protein shake per day. And what I personally do, I put my protein powder in my acai bowl, but I only do that once a day. That's usually that's always my first meal of the day. I don't recommend more than once a day, because I kind of feel like it makes you lazy. Like if you just make shakes all the time, I mean, no matter how good of a protein powder you're taking, it's still a fake food. So you do want to eat real food most of the time. Let me check Facebook real quick for some comment action. Stay prepared, very important. Take your meals with you. That's what Kimberly says, absolutely. And Facebook is kind of slow right here. Eat before you go to the party. That way it's easier not to give in to cravings. Absolutely, Miriam, very good. Thank you. You guys are all doing great. We're like an army over here, and we should all like move into like our own city and call it Six Pack City, and then we eat bell peppers every day, and nobody messes around, and we work out every single day. We just have to find a way to make money. That's the only thing. All right, guys, cool. Thank you so much for joining the call. I kid you not, every time I do these calls, I feel like, oh, it must be 6:10 and it's already 6:26. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to end it right here. We're going to be back next week. And everybody that missed it, you can register. If you need help registering for these calls, message me on Facebook, and I'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome night.